once you got started, obviously every new business kind of has hurdles and obstacles. Were there any for you that kind of stood out that kind of forged the way that you would start overcoming other issues and obstacles along the way?
I think anytime somebody starts as an entrepreneur, whether they're, a window tinner that starts their own business, somebody like myself that starts an agency, I think one of the things you run into if your business is at all successful relatively quickly is you run out of actual personal man hours. You start out and you kind of are doing everything. You say yes to everything because you're just trying to pay the bills, and you do everything because you don't have money to make payroll and things like that. So you're just trying to survive. So you reach a point where you definitely hit a brick wall to where you literally don't have any more hours. You're already, in my case, early on working 70 to 80 hours a week, and, I just couldn't do it anymore. And I had to start relying on bringing in other people that I could then, bring into the system, show them what they needed to learn, and then entrust them to do that, which was very hard for me because I kind of felt like I had a very specific way I wanted things to do. So one of the challenges for me was to get to a point where I could actually let go of certain parts of the processes and be okay, and realize that I'm never going to grow as a company as long as I feel like I have to have an iron grip on everything that's going on. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs, that is one of the very first challenges they run into, is being able to bring on other people and be able to expand their business and not feel like they have to control every element of it. It was very difficult for me, but I feel like if you're actually going to grow more than just a small lifestyle business, you have to figure that out, or your business is always going to be limited.
Yeah, no, I think just as anybody starting off, you kind of, one, just in general, get spread so thin of trying to do admin, payroll, doing the work, doing the marketing. So it's definitely trying to figure out those priorities is kind of key to the whole scheme of everything. Yeah. So,
and the other thing I kind of mentioned there that I probably would say came after the learning to bring people on was you say yes to everything because you don't want to turn down a single dollar because you're trying to survive. You're trying to build a company. You're trying to survive. I think as time goes on, you realize you can't say yes to everything. And sometimes the very best thing you could do is say no to certain things, because sometimes, something you say yes to could really have a negative impact on everything you're doing because of how much time it takes or attention it takes or whatever. So I think that's the second thing I would say as an entrepreneur, is learning how to get to a point where you're able to ascertain what you should say yes to and what you should say no to. And it's tough, again, when you're early on and you're trying to make bills and somebody's offering you money to do something, you never want to say no, but you have to learn how to sometimes that's the best thing to say.
No, that's absolutely true. I think those are the struggles for most, if not all, entrepreneurs starting off.